going by commenting with everybody.
Well, I literally just got home. Sorry about that, everybody. My son had a orientation at work, and they told me to come pick him up at 8 o'clock. So I showed up at 8 o'clock and set the chat time for 8:45 or whatever, thinking like that would give me time to go pick him up and do the things and come back home and maybe even pick up a beer or something on the way home. But nope, didn't have time for that. It's okay though. I don't need beer. Anyway,
We forgive
this is,
you.
to a Taco Tuesday with E Honda and friends, and we're late and gay. I'm sorry, we're just late and we're gay. That's what we are today. How's it going?
Speak for yourself. No, I'm doing good, brother.
Well, you guys weren't late,
Yeah, we weren't. You lost
but
Duke
the other
and
thing.
Leo.
Oh, what happened to Leo?
He had to leave because he said he had to get up at, I think he said 4 a.m.
What the fuck? Ray didn't get him after all, says Dr. Prepper. Van Drake stopped getting tacos. It's Taco Tuesday, baby. Fuck yeah. Anyway, fucking, how the hell are you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing a lot better now. I finally found that riser mount I couldn't find for like 3 weeks now. And I was able to finally get my shitco witness now.
Shitco. Nice.
Nice.
For what gun?
The AR upper.
Oh, okay. Do you have a lower yet for it?
It'll be either tomorrow or Thursday. I'll have it back.
Nice. That's fucking badass. What kind of upper lower did you get? Palmetto?
No, Delta Team Tactical. And then
Ooh,
it's an
even
Anderson
a little
lower.
cheaper than Palmetto. Yeah. No. I mean, like, I've built a Delta Team Tactical pistol before, and it worked just fine. So
It was what I wanted because it has a linear comp on it.
Nice.
a linear comp. Midget with Carrot Cake dropped in $5 and said, if it was 1905, what firearms and ammunition would you stockpile? Like Henry lever actions with 4570, probably. That wouldn't be a bad option.
357, 45 long Colt.
45 long Colt revolvers, yeah. I mean, I guess you technically wasn't 1905, wasn't 9mm Luger a thing at that point?
I think so, because wasn't it like 1900 or 1901 when...
It was something like that. I don't remember specifically. And I couldn't say the exact year, without looking it up or whatever, but it was somewhere around there. So maybe 9mm. Fuck it, dude. Just buy some 9mm.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Anyway, MSB dropped in 5 and said, very good reason for being late. Allegedly.
Yeah, because I remember I was waiting and y'all talking about some car and I had to come back.
Wait,
technically, in 1905, you could get the predecessor to the 1911.
Right. Mm-hmm. That wasn't in 45 yet, though, was it? It was in like 38 something weird.
It was the 1905 45 auto.
Was it 45 auto?
Yes, it is. And I'm going to drop you the link in the back chat.
Damn.
Talking about back in those times, there were still some decent handguns.
Wasn't that the handgun that the original Batman rocked in the fucking old school comics?
Yes, I believe so.
It was like a pre-1911, 1911.
I think so.
Because Batman's badass like that.
Yeah, when he used to carry a fucking gun, now he's just a little vagina.
It depends on which version of Batman. There's versions of Batman that are like, I will never kill anybody ever for any reason. And then there's the Batmans that are like, fucking go ham on people.
His father is way more OG than he is.
Bro, I will say this about Batman. Like, yes, it's a great story. Yes, everyone loves Batman. No, you shouldn't make another movie. I know they will. Just give them time. Give them a year, a decade, or however long it's going to be. It's not going to be a decade for fucking sure. In a decade, there's probably going to be a couple new series of Batmans, but stop making Batman. Stop making fucking Joker. Stop making all these fucking movies that you've already made 5 fucking times. Like, we don't need another Wolverine movie. We don't need another fucking I don't know. Like Deadpool would be cool. We've only had a couple of those, but like there's other examples. You know what I mean?
We need a good
I mean-
Fantastic Four.
Even though I'm a fan of Wolverine, I'm like, he only been to a few iterations, but you know how this is. They want to do the popular characters like back in the day when my buddy, when he used to work for Marvel, I mean, they had that weird contract where Sony has to keep making another fucking Spider-Man for 8 years or they lose it. So you get ready to see more and more Spider-Mans because
We don't need any more Spider-Man. How many Spider-Mans have we had? Like, how many Spider-Man movies have there been?
But Sony owns the rights, so they have to
At
make
least
another
10.
one. That's their weird contract. If they don't not make another Spider-Man in 8 years, they lose it. So
Just
It is
saying,
what it is.
man.
Oh,
Come up with some good
just shed
ideas.
a
I know you
tear.
guys put all the fucking writers on strike or whatever, but you know. What'd you say, Corey?
should try to do Spawn again if you could do that right. I heard they try to
Yes.
make this or that.
Yeah, I would agree. They need to redo Spawn and have like Michael Jai White play
I don't think they're
Spawn.
gonna put him, even though they probably should.
Whoa, Nightbot's actually working. Dude, Nightbot's such a weird thing. Like, you set it up, like, I set it up like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that, so that it would jump in and drop a Discord link here and there.
Mhm.
First of all, I don't even know if that Discord link still works. Second of all, I don't remember how to access Nightbot to change it anyway or just make him stop. And third of all, he randomly shows up. Like, you go like entire like weeks of chats without ever seeing a Nightbot fucking message, and then like
Yeah.
randomly one will pop up. Just think that one's odd. That's all. You don't know me says I am sick of assault weapon anal insertions. I mean, I don't know what you're doing with your assault weapons, but that's not where you put the buttstock.
Or do you?
Or maybe that's like the AR pistol, right? He's got the AR pistol, and they made him take the arm brace off, and so now
And you
he's
just
like,
got the buffer tube.
he doesn't know where else to put it, so you just, you know. I feel like that would hurt. Every time you shoot it, like the recoil would go through your anus and into your like internal organs.
You tap into your inner jackass instead of a firework in your ass like Steve-O. You just stick the AR pistol there.
It makes you want to poop it out. Gotta poop out that AR. Gotta push out that poop. Yeah, I guess I'd be sick of that too. Love your outlook, E Honda. Fuck the government. Family food guns. Nice. Thanks, Commando. We the salty. I appreciate it.
I think that's
Common
in your
Cold. I said
name.
Commando. Common Cold 1. Yeah, I'm not sure if I've seen that name before. I was referring to the statement that more people have dies from... You didn't finish the thing.
Must have hit enter too soon. It happens. Everyone shoots their load, you know.
Holy shit, dude.
early
Look
sometimes.
how much chat I missed before the chat. Sorry I was late. I'm just looking at all this now.
I told you I was trying to hold it down by talking to everybody.
There's like 10 pages of fucking text up here. Holy fuck.
Yeah, they're like, "Where's the
Craziness.
show?"
Yeah, Daniel was talking about you were at your lot lizard job having your bonus hole stretched out. That's why he did the super chat and said bonus hole retightening fund.
I love it when he gets us confused.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, Dr. Prepper. Dr. Prepper. Drunk Honda
Holy
Tuesday,
shit.
1 shot for being late and 1 for the 20. I mean, I actually don't even have any booze in the house right now. I pretty much stopped drinking like I'll drink beer, but I don't drink alcohol anymore. I feel like that's how you get like, I don't know, alcoholic.
So that Rittenhouse
I mean,
ride
are you
just
applying
turned
to
you off the
somebody?
liquor, huh?
No, that's all gone. I ran out of vodka. I don't have any. Like, hold on. Let me go look. Let's see if we have anything. But I know I don't have a chaser, so that's going to be a fucking no-go for me, dog.
I think I'd rather prefer that than sometimes the beer.
Don't be a
I still got
pussy.
this. I still got this Guatemalan liquor that my coworker gave me.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but it wasn't the flavors I wish I had. But I don't know how to say the flavor right. It's in a Spanish type flavor, like tamarind
I got a
or
bottle
something.
of
I don't know. Should have gave me the
Dr.
hibiscus or
Prepper.
pineapple.
Next time I do a chat, I will buy like a couple of shooters just for you for that chat. But I have nothing right now. I have nothing. Again, my son was at the thing until it was supposed to be 8 o'clock. So I'm like, okay, if I set the chat for 8:45, that will give me plenty of time to do things like run to the alcohol place and buy some beer on my way home. And it didn't end up being that way. He didn't get done till 8:50, and then by that time I'm like, shit, we just need to get home and fucking start the chat or whatever. So here we are, but whatever. Sorry, guys. But yeah,
I
Dr.
was
Prepper,
thinking-
next time I will definitely I'll take a shot for you, sir.
That's if he can
I'll just-
remember.
I was thinking drinks wasn't that fucking expensive. It'd be nice to drink something more
Fuck
on the
you,
plane.
Corey. Wait, what's that? What did you say? Shot red?
Talking about me? No, I said if drinks weren't that expensive, I would have drink more on the plane.
Drink on the plane? How much are drinks on the
Yeah,
plane?
you know, the alcohol drinks be expensive as hell on the plane.
Usually they're free. If you get like, depending on who you fly with, like United will give you 2 drinks for free on the plane.
I'm actually going by United, so they'll do that even at the cheapest
That's
seats.
how it was last time. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I thought that's how it was. Maybe they just like added onto your fucking tab at the end and you don't really notice.
No, I
Free if you
remember
fly
last
first
time I
class
flew.
or business. Maybe that's what it was. I was flying business class. I'm not sure.
I remember last time I flew, I got a couple of those airplane shooters, and I don't remember paying for them. I think they were just complimentary.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
like when we flew to Hawaii, that's how it was. I remember that for sure. And I
I
think
did Southwest.
it depends
I know you had to
on
pay for
how
those.
far your flight is, right? Because if you're flying from like Los Angeles to Denver, I don't think they give you anything. Like they'll give you a snack and a bottle of water. It's like some fucking peanuts and some water. But if you're on a longer flight, like that shit's it's a little different, you know?
Yeah,
Well, mine was from,
they're like little bottles and stuff. I wish it'd be nice to give you like tall cans, even if it was beer.
Right. Mine was from Texas to Missouri, from Missouri to Minneapolis, Minnesota, back to Texas. So it was a long fucking flight.
This is a tough question. Daniel says, "What % raises should I give this year? Hard times are tough and stuff."
2%.
Well, 2% wouldn't make a difference.
Exactly.
Oh,
Daniel's got to pay for that land.
coworkers or something.
Yeah, it's to his coworkers. Fuck it, give them a 50% raise.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not qualified for that. So
I don't know. Like, when was the last time you gave them a raise? And then here's what you do. Okay, here's what you do. You figure out when the last time it was that you gave them a raise and what dollar amount average or whatever it was at that point, right? And then you look at that, like, how much was $1 worth in 1999 or whatever, you know, or like, not saying it was that long ago, but like in 2020, and then do the math, like make the internet do the math of how much inflation there's actually been, and then give them that number. Although that probably won't account, like that number's skewed is the problem. Like the actual inflation versus what the felt inflation, or like what the number of inflation that they come up with is definitely not the same thing. Plus it also depends on what you're buying with your money, you know? Like rent goes up, you can't fucking help that, but if it's like the price of salmon and you fucking love salmon, like you could eat tuna, you know? I don't know. That's probably a bad example.
You give them a 5.56% raise.
Is that what it is?
Nah, you got to give them a 50 to 75% raise. Come on now.
I was making an AR joke.
Be a good boss.
People's wallets depend on the number that I pick. Why? What was the raise you gave them last year? You said you do it annually. What was the raise last year? I mean, if it was 5% last year, I would say 10% this year would be fair, you know, honestly. Yeah. If it was 2% last year, I mean, maybe like, I don't know, it just depends. I'd have to look to probably close to 10% is what you gave them last year.
Damn. So give them 15.
Yeah, I'd say 15.
I'm back from the store.
I'd say 15.
Where's
Or
my
the
food?
taco truck. I got it right here. I got you 3 steak tacos, Mexican style with lettuce.
My brother, man. I appreciate it. I'm starving.
Well, hey, Corey, I was gonna ask you got pit bulls, right?
Oh yeah, I got 3.
No, yeah,
I got
because I know
2.
my girl, she just, I don't know what happened. I guess her dad just bought them, so I guess she got 2 blue nose pit bulls. I'm like, oh, okay, they're like babies.
You better get you one.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, the way
One of the ones we.
Okay,
Dude,
I know she
that's
had
why
a
the
dog way
fucking
back in the day, but
ATF
it seemed like
shoots
her
people's
folks don't
dogs.
take care of it. Seemed like whatever, so it's like, and who knows? The dogs might be in my possession in the future.
That's why
One
the
of mine,
ATF
so-
always shoots people's dogs, though, because people train them to fucking like love you and your family and hate anyone who fucking poses a threat. And police, when they come in and they're doing shit, pose a threat. And those
Well,
like
some
well-trained
people
fucking
train their
attack or
dogs
guard
like that.
dogs gonna fucking chomp some fucking ass, dude.
Yeah, because I've seen people train their dogs act like that, and I've had Rottweilers and German Shepherds, so none of my dogs ever been no problems.
Yeah, my pit bulls don't play about us. Like, if you a stranger and you come walking up, like, you're getting your ass bit.
What's fun? That's how my dogs are too.
Yeah,
Because
they don't
we
fuck
have
around
one that
at all.
our oldest pit bull is just a sweetheart. She's usually a sweetheart to everybody, but we had one guy come in like a year or so ago to I don't remember. It was like an estimate on AC or something. I don't remember. But he reached down to try to pet her. She nipped him. I was like, damn, get the fuck out of my house, dude. Obviously, you're a bad dude. But my Rottweiler, it's funny, though. She is very protective of us, and we trained her to be a guard dog. But when me and my wife kind of start arguing, or if we get, loud and boisterous with each other, even if we're joking, she'll get in between us and start growling and pushing the other one away from each other.
Hell yeah, that's how my dogs are too.
Interesting trait.
Well, like a good guard dog is, oh my god, like if you're worried about security in your house, a guard dog is irreplaceable because they hear things you can't, they smell things you won't, they catch feels off people, like if they start like growling at someone and they normally don't growl at everybody, like keep an eye on that person because they feel something about them,
That's why I told that dude to get out of my house, because my pit bull nipped him, and she has never done that to anybody.
And then there's like if someone is in your house trying to do something, it's like an extra fucking body to throw at the problem to fucking chomp on them,
Yep.
Dogs are fucking great, dude. Like
I've got 8 of them.
Like Matt's little fucking tiny, like his little toy dog is, that's sweet and it's cute, but it's not the kind of dog I would want to get if I was going to get a dog. I would get a fucking big, like 50 to 75 pound dog, something like that, of some kind, and just teach them to love the fuck out of the kids and protect them no matter what, and like love me and protect me no matter what, and be vicious if it needs to be. Like train it to bite and shit, give it fucking attack words.
Oh, I'm trying to. I have no problem with the big dog stuff. I mean, I had a small Maltese that was alert. Used to know when shit was going on.
You didn't even have to teach them attack or anything like that. Just don't socialize them with other people or other dogs, and they'll only be around you and your boys, and that's all they'll ever know is that anytime someone comes around, danger. That's all they'll see. So they'll be, very protective that way. That's what we did pretty much with our Rottweiler. I mean,
I
we
mean, that's
trained
kind of
her
a catch
from
22, though. I mean, you don't want that dog biting nobody else on accident.
That's
or
why you got to
something.
come up with a good
Yeah, you
fucking
gotta watch it
attack
with the
word,
family.
like something you wouldn't say normally, like something that they would never hear unless you're saying it to attack someone. You know,
Wiener
I don't know.
Schnitzel.
Something that you could say without 17 syllables, probably too. Surprised you were able to enunciate that with your southern accent.
I have my moments.
Wiener Schnitzel, yeah, this is good. Midget with carrot cake says, dropped in 5. Thank you, sir. It says, well, I've been drinking, so here also, Texas sucks, but what do I know? I'm in Orange County, California, hoping to move in the next 3 years.
Well, don't come to Texas since you're bashing our fucking state, you asshole. And fuck California.
Dude,
Bunch of
driving?
commies.
Okay.
Okay. I'm only gonna say 2 bad things in Texas. I'm surprised how flat land it is, and heat. That's it.
Well,
Yeah,
it depends
I was
on where
gonna
you
say,
go. You can go to the hill
if your
country and it's
standard of
not.
Texas is like driving across the state, because like when you travel around and you're driving through, like that's what your experience of the state is, right? Is just driving through
Right.
it. Like states like Utah are amazing. There's awesome things to see, cool views, like crazy colors, like all kinds of good stuff. Like Colorado, amazing mountains and meadows and fucking valleys and canyons and crazy shit to see. You drive across Texas, what is there?
We got a lot. You're just going through the wrong parts.
When
Plus,
you're
yes,
driving
one of
across,
the-
okay, no,
one of the
no,
bad things
no, no,
about
no,
Texas-
no, hold on. When you're driving across Colorado, it's not like you're specifically going to the parts that look cool. When you're driving across Utah, you're not. You're staying on the fucking highway, right? When you're driving across Texas, you stay on the fucking highway. It's the same standard as any other state. You know what states suck? Illinois, Kansas, fucking Nebraska, and unfortunately for you, Texas sucks ass to drive across. Can't fucking get around it.
Well, it's because it's so fucking big, dude. You drive from the easternmost part of Texas to the westernmost part of Texas. You have driven 1/3 of the United States.
Yeah, Texas is like 6 states.
Yeah, you guys are.
I mean,
you
all
guys
that
are
driving
nuts.
I went to, yeah, it's interesting. But
I
I'm
can
surprised
drive.
how much flat land it is.
I can drive a couple hours in either direction. I'm still in fucking Texas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if I drive like 2.5 hours north, I'm in Wyoming. If I
I'm still in
drive
Texas.
3 hours east, I'm in Kansas or Nebraska. If I drive 3 or 4 hours south, I'm in Oklahoma or New Mexico. And I'm like 3 hours from Utah.
2 hours
Really?
from the border of Mexico and 4 hours from, 2 places in Arizona and Vegas.
All those timelines y'all just said, I'm still in Texas no matter which way I go.
And I will say this, like people talk about California being all great and stuff. Driving across it kind of sucks. When I say across, like I'm talking from like Los Angeles to Sacramento and not taking the highway one, which takes a couple extra hours to do that. Like if you're just trying to make time to get there, you're just driving through, I don't know how, it's like a couple 100 miles of just agricultural fucking nothing. Like
Oh yeah.
great
If you take that one
vineyards
area.
and like watermelon fucking things and like I don't even know what they're growing at all of them. Like out in like
Alfalfa.
well, I mean
Some of
out
their-
in fucking Kansas or whatever, that's where they grow fucking like crops, right? Where they're growing like corn and wheat and well not even wheat so much. They're just growing corn out there pretty much, right? In California, at least there's a variety, I guess, but it's kind of like the same shit. It's not much more interesting than driving by a bunch of cornfields.
Well, you can't even tell what they're growing sometimes because you don't even see it.
Yeah.
How fast you're going.
Yeah, there's just like a lot of little. It's weird driving across that part of California. It's like part of California that most people don't ever go to. Even people like from LA, like they don't really have any reason to drive north of LA into the. If they wanted to go to a different part of California, they just fly there.
No, I'll tell you that easily, and not even that. how long the drive is. I'm talking about some of those areas are way longer than 8 hours. Like the longest I've ever bit farther been as far as driven is all the way to San Luis Obispo. So I've never been past, anywhere Sacramento or I mean, I still never even been over there, Sacramento or San Francisco, any of those type of areas, or Stockton or whatever, because that's pretty far out there.
Yeah, my uncle lived 7 hours away from my buddy's house in Los Angeles. And, like we drove 7 hours to get there. And if you look at the map, it's basically a little bit more than a third of the way across California. And we didn't even start in like the southernmost point,
Yeah, and a flight don't cost that much either if I'm gonna go from LA to San Francisco and all that stuff.
Right. So most people, if they're just making like a day trip or whatever, you just fly. Because like, why wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm. No, a buddy of mine, he wanted to, let's go do this event or something, right, in San Francisco. It was going to be weeks ago. We thought taking the train. Even the train was fucking long. Found out.
Yeah, it's a huge ass distance, What's crazy to think about, like all of the like San Francisco, San Bernardino, all the Sands were created within like a couple of decades of each other by Spanish dudes, because they were making Spanish forts. And I don't know, just like how far spread out those were. Like they covered a lot of fucking land for like having sailboats and fucking horses and shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Although I guess the whole world was sailboats and horses if you go back not that long ago. So.
Well, you kind of give it up to some certain people who did this stuff like that. Even when people were frontiering to the west, a lot of those people were like, "Oh, I'm gonna build an outpost like far out," or "Oh, this is like I don't be bothered by nobody." And I'm like, "Yeah, y'all really did put it out as some interesting terrain."
Mm-hmm.
Daniel says it would be funny to do 8.88 though. Give them 88. Give them the 88.
88.
It's just the number that I was typing eights. I don't know. The Iraq veteran was taken. Iraq veteran 8 was taken. So I just did 88, 88. There's I don't know why everyone. It has nothing to do with Hitler or anything or like nothing like that, dude. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
What does 88 have to do with Hitler? Enlighten me.
8 is the 8th. Well, the 8th letter of the alphabet is H. 88 is code for white supremacists, supposedly. Code for Heil Hitler. So if you're like Dale Earnhardt and you're number 88, it's kind of like signaling to the other racists, like, yeah, buddy, it's like a dog whistle that only they hear. You know what I mean? Like 88. Yeah. I don't know how valid it is, honestly. Like, it's not my thing, but people talk about it.
So
like
should I unfollow Iraq veteran 8888?
He's never been openly racist that I've ever seen, and I don't see any evidence that he's like a fucking.
You say his
racist
wife
of any
is?
kind.
Oh man, there's been so many
wife?
people that talked about the gun shoots and stuff like that. You put a couple drinks into her, and she goes full racist.
Well,
you talking about
I don't think I never even seen his wife look like.
Yeah, that's what I say. I ain't never seen her nothing. I guess he talking about it in person because she don't be in videos or nothing.
Yeah, so that's kind of interesting. Because
I don't know. As far as like what he's publicly said and publicly put forth, I've never heard him say anything that would make me conclude that he's even got a racist bone in his body. You know what I mean?
Publicly, no. See, there's one thing that you're wrong about. For a non-racist you can't be non-racist and marry a racist. You just can't do that. You can't have a non-racist bone in your body and marry a racist. 2 and 2 don't mix.
That's a good point.
I mean, I was going to give an example of Lincoln, but no, I don't think that's a better example.
Well, there's also the thing about 3 different versions of yourself. It's the one you put up publicly, the one that people see privately, and then the real you is what it is.
I try to just like merge all those into one person, dude. It's tough to do.
What, Honda?
I tried to merge all those 3 people into one dude. It's like you hung out with me. Am I any different?
No.
And that was like private. That wasn't public. So.
Yeah, I don't have 3 different people like that. Tell you at work. Yeah, I'm fucking nuts. They love me at work because I can just myself all the
I'm
time,
the same
everywhere,
in
every
person
day.
as I am on these chats too.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Daniel
I'm just more
says, yeah, his
goofier, but
wife
that's
be
it.
dropping those hard R's.
Yeah, it was supposedly at one of those gun shoots that they did like a year or two ago. She was heavily drinking that day, supposedly from what I heard. And yeah, she started dropping the hard R's.
Oh,
Damn.
Brandy the racist.
I don't know. Is it bad that anybody with that accent that he has, I just assume they're racist anyway? Like the way he talks, I just be like, that motherfucker's racist.
So a Georgian accent?
I mean,
It
don't.
ain't even. It's how it's like his spin on it. I don't know if you just listen to him talk, he just sound like racist. Cause that's just how racist people sounded back in the day. Like
Well, I mean,
movies
that's
and
the
shit.
stereotype. Everybody always thinks that
Yeah.
they sound back in the day.
Makes me wonder what you think about me with my country accent.
No, you sound
Yeah, I
like
think the
just
same
like a
thing, I ain't gonna
Missourian
lie.
accent. Yours don't sound bad. And I know
No,
you. I
some
love you.
people
We
would
love
think
each
that.
other.
I've
No,
talked to
that's why I
Corey
made that-
many times in person and offline. I have never heard him drop even a soft R. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't think you racist.
Yeah.
Hell no.
I mean, I said that's why I always make the jokes about Matt, because I'll say when you come bald, I'll say, yeah, the people think you look like a Klan member.
Well, okay, so here was something I was thinking about a while back. Like, if you call a racist, right? If like Iraq veteran 8888 was just like a dude, you know, and he was like racist, let's say, like, or let's just say there's a racist dude out there, right? And you're like, holy shit, you're a fucking racist. They don't go, oh my god, no, I'm not. They go, thank you, you're right. Fucking hate those people, you know. But if someone's not a racist and you call them a racist, so when you call someone a racist and you're attacking them for racism, the only people it works against are people who aren't actually racist, or at least the ones who don't want to seem like they're racist to other people. It was just a random thought that popped in my head. I don't know.
Daniel.
I'm curious about the thing you put on welfare.
God damn it, you stole that shit from Tim Pool. What shit? The racist shit? Did he say that too?
Yeah, Tim Pool said that too.
Oh, okay.
You don't really watch Tim Pool though, do you? I thought you didn't watch him.
Sometimes, I mean, it's not like I watch everything Tim Pool does, but I watch a fair amount. I usually watch Viva Fry. Viva Fry is who I watch.
I used to.
He's got Robert Barnes on, and they'll usually have a guest who's pertinent to whatever's going on, and they'll do like their 45-minute chat on YouTube, and then switch over to Rumble. But then they'll post the whole thing the next day. So I like listening to the full like 2-hour thing or whatever while I'm working out.
Oh, she's back on the gym, though.
I used to
working out for me.
What's that?
You've been working out for me?
You know, it's more for me, but you know.
I mean, send me a nude. Let me see the progress.
Ooh. Pinky.
You guys,
pinky sphincter you.
You guys want to see my dick?
I'll pass
I'm gonna be quiet so I don't incriminate myself.
Was that a yes then? You do?
No.
Apparently Shot Red really wants to see it, and he's got to fucking keep quiet so he doesn't incriminate himself.
No. He'll lead to more other questions. No.
Too late now. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, he said that shit 2 weeks ago. Okay, fine. Midget with Carrot Cake says, what cartoon character do you think Corey sounds like? I lived in Texas for 2 years. I can't stand the heat. Get your ass out the kitchen. We on a mission. I don't know. What cartoon character do you think Corey sounds like?
I can't think of no character he sounds like.
What was the big bird from
Foghorn Leghorn?
No. He was the rooster from the old fucking cartoons.
Foghorn, Leghorn.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that was his name.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's his fucking name?
Yes.
I
Yeah,
say,
Yep.
my name is Corey, y'all. How's it going? I don't know. That's my best.
Some people say I sound like it when I because they say I sound kind of southern when I'm out over here.
Yosemite Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
You probably got the beard for it.
Foghorn. What the fuck kind of name is Foghorn Leghorn?
It was the 1930s, man.
And remember, it's a country name.
What did that mean back then? Is there some context of this name that I'm not catching?
In Midget with Carrot Cake, you spelt my name wrong. So I don't know who you're talking about.
And let's not glaze over the fact that Shot Red had to stay quiet about the fact that he wanted the dick pic.
No,
We cannot glaze over that fact. We gotta keep bringing that forward to the forefront of the conversation for the time being. Sorry, Shot Red. He's like, son of a bitch. Sowed some freedom seeds with Pops today. #America.
Hey, hell yeah.
I love
Eater
that
done.
picture of you raw feeding. I'm assuming that's you in the picture because it just looks like you're always like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
America. Fuck yeah.
Just saying, I like the pic. Good work, sir. Yeah, I feel like the price of guns is pretty low right now. We're just waiting for the next the next crisis to hit, and then the prices will jump through the roof again, and you know how it goes.
Well, they wouldn't have to. I mean, the ammo's is starting to go up and up and up. If it keeps going up, what's the point of raising the guns up?
Well, the only reason it's going up is because they're keep giving the bullets that they make to other countries, so they need to make more of them for their hordes of bullets.
Doesn't mean
like fuckery going on with that shit.
It is. Doesn't mean they got to keep raising the prices. Just fucking
ask you,
it's supply and demand. That's what it is, right? There's a supply of output of ammo that can be produced, right? And if the government keeps taking huge chunks out of that, the supply of what's left is what's for everyone else, and then necessarily the rules of supply and demand means that ammo is going to be more expensive. And then you throw on top of that fucking price of labor, price of materials, inflation, all that shit. Of course it's going to cost more. I don't think you'll ever see $7 boxes of 9mm, 50 rounds of 9mm for $7 again. It'll never get down to that.
Not until the fucking ammo manufacturers tell the fucking government to get bent.
They don't do that though.
Wait.
Those ammo manufacturers love government contracts because basically the way it works is they get paid top fucking dollar for producing as much ammo as they can produce for years. So it gives them okay, we've got 5 years of work for the company now. The future of the company is guaranteed. We know what our fucking our budget is. We know what our profit is. It's great for them. They love that.
I got a conspiracy theory with the ammo. So you know how these fucking all these what was it 5 American companies just sold off to this one foreign company?
Mm-hmm.
What if that foreign company is really our government operating in a foreign country, and they're buying these ammo companies to keep us from buying ammo? They're gonna not produce much ammo anymore and make ammo really scarce. So that way, 10 years from now, there will be real little amount of ammo for people to actually purchase and buy, because it's not. There's 2 American ammo companies now.
Well, they did say a while back that since we can't ban the guns, we'll just make it harder to get the ammo.
Get the ammo. Yep.
What they do during during the lockdowns, and what are they doing now?
What was that comedian's name?
People are not that
getting it.
dumb.
There was some comedian years ago who was if you want to make like murder fucking with guns like rare or whatever, I forget how he put it. You make the ammo
Oh, yeah, I know
cost
what you're talking
$20,000 a bullet.
Yeah,
He
Chris
just put
Rock.
$80,000 in that motherfucker. Like, what did he
Was
do?
it Chris Rock?
I think it was Chris Rock.
I
Yeah.
thought it was what's his name?
No, it was Chris Rock because they did it during. It was the Bowling for Columbine movie. They had it in that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that though. Yeah.
Anyway,
I like
I
Raw
guess that's the
Feeding's
method that
comment
they're
while
going
ago.
for. What's up, Corey?
I said I like Raw Feeding's comment a while ago. Where he goes, Shot Red wants you to glaze over something.
That's funny.
Oh man. Everyone send Shot Red dick pics on Discord or whatever.
No, don't do that. That'll piss him off. Trust me. You don't want to piss a
I'm
black
sorry,
man
Shot
off.
Red. I'll stop.
No. I seen that. Trust me, that's going to a whole bunch of story shit. So I'm like, see enough craziness in life.
Midget with carrot cake says, "Okay, last one. I'm drunk. My Christmas gun is going to be a Ruger Nighthawk 44 Magnum. Whataburger is overrated, but I do miss Waffle House."
Whataburger
Wow,
has
been-
gone way the fuck downhill since they sold out to a bitch ass company in fucking Illinois.
Well, like I said, my first experience, I got sick, so I'm like,
I've never been there.
And a
Waffle House.
Ruger
Man,
Nighthawk
all I-
44 Magnum, that's a pretty fucking hefty fucking gun, bro. Those
All I want
Nighthawks
for
are
Christmas,
That's like
all I want for
$4 grand, I bet.
Christmas is my fiance to buy me a mount for my AK so I can put an optic on it. That's all I want.
What
for
kind of
Christmas. The Midwest Industries one.
Oh, okay.
The side mount that you click to slide onto the side of it. Just so I can have a Picatinny rail up top. So
I think he means Black Hawk 44 or Red Hawk. I forget. It's not Nighthawk though. You're right. Welper, you're definitely right. It's not Nighthawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one of those actually you can do double single. The other one's only single action.
Yeah, which is the Black Hawk. Is like an old school single action cowboy gun in 44. Again, that'd be a cool fucking gun.
Oh yeah.
Is it practical for carry and like self defense? Probably not, but you know.
Fuck it, why not?
That's one of the few ones I probably wouldn't care to not get a double action revolver on the 44 mag because I'm like, what? I think the recoil that's that strong.
I don't know what model she does, but I know Tara's said before she carries a 44 mag.
Right, 44 mag, fine. Single action revolver just makes it slower to shoot.
Not if you got a quick thumb.
That's the thing though. Are you shooting that fast on 44 Magnum?
Probably not. Again, like you're probably fine. I'm just saying, you know,
Have you guys
whatever.
ever
Fuck
watched
you
those
guys. No, you're.
professional-
I don't like that choice. That's what I'm saying. I don't like that choice for a carry gun. Like for a gun to like have and to have as like a safe queen and to show off and to take to the range and shoot at stuff and play with. Yeah. For like a
But what
fucking
if-
serious carry gun? No, that's a dumb
What if you could
choice.
shoot like Jerry Michalek?
What if your fucking dick fucking flew away? I don't know.
Well,
Like,
I gotta
no-
drink Red
There's
Bull
one
first.
dude who can shoot like Jerry Michalek, and that's Jerry Michalek.
There's also one woman who can shoot like Jerry Michalek, and it's his daughter Lena.
She's not as good.
No, she's not. Not even
She's
close.
not, but she's getting there.
She'll never be as good. She's a woman.
You sexist.
Oh man.
How dare you?
Okay, who's the best chess players in the world?
I don't know.
Men.
All
Pretty
men.
much all guys.
Who are the best pool players in the world? Like billions. That's
I
right.
don't know.
Oh, okay.
That chick that she went by, what was her name? Black Widow or Widow or whatever. She was Asian. That bitch was a fucking hell of a pool player back in the day.
Well, that's only one. We're talking about the vast majority here, buddy.
Well, there's an exception to
Right.
everything.
The law.
Well, I'm just saying,
averages.
like, of the sports that take away the physical aspect, right? Because you could be like, well, men are like stronger and they've got like the twitch muscles that make them able to do sports better and blah blah blah, more testosterone making them more competitive, yada 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 yada. But if you're like talking about chess, that has nothing to do with your physical prowess. That's 100% how much do you want to win and how much do you know about this game, right? How much have you played it? How good are you at it? Like, it's a completely skill-based thing that has nothing to do with any kind of physicality whatsoever. So you would think that based upon that fact, there would be an even split of men and women who were really good at chess. But it turns out all of the grand champions, like 150 of the top players in the world, are all men. Every single one of them.
I mean, you would think your brain's a physical muscle, ain't it?
Well, and the
It
thing is, you
is.
also got to do strategy to think like anywhere from like 5 to 7 moves ahead in those games.
And plus, I mean, how many women are really going to play a board game like that, especially these days?
Yeah, they get bored.
Probably
too
not
fast.
any.
There's not enough
Yeah.
drama.
The only board game
going to be all
sister beat
dudes.
me on was Mario Kart.
Just saying, man. Just saying. Or like shooting is another good example of it, right? And I think shooting's a better example because there's lots of women who are into the shooting sports. I would say there's not a lot of women who are into chess, right? But there
Right.
are a good number of women who like shooting sports. Or another good example, like motorcycle racing. Women have an advantage in motorcycle racing because they generally weigh less than men. So you would think that some of the best racers in the world would be women because they have an advantage, an actual physical advantage on the machine over a man. All of the best racers, every single one of them, is a dude. I don't know why we're talking about this tonight. I don't know what I'm trying to prove right now.
Boys rule and girls drool.
To
That's
run
right.
back around to what I was saying earlier, if you guys ever watched those cowboy competition shootings, there is a lot of really cool chicks in that actually that can shoot so fast with those old cowboy guns.
Well, they grow up with. Never mind. I won't go there.
MSB dropped in $5. Said Foghorn Leghorn is a cartoon play on a radio movie character from the 1940s named Senator Claghorn, played by announcer/actor Kenny Delmar.
Huh.
Facts dropping. Damn, nerd.
That's nice.
Look at Daniel's chat.
1940s. That's fucking crazy. Which one? This one? I thought we already decided Iraq vet's wife was the best racist.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Damn.
There was one that I wanted. Davy Jones's comment says women as a whole have a higher IQ than men. And again, there is some truth to this, right? Because as it turns out, the studies show that women's IQ, if you look at like the entire population of women and you plotted their IQ on a fucking chart, that they're like the shape of the fucking parabolic line. Because like there's a few people who are smart, there's a few people that are dumb. The majority lands in the middle. It turns out that the women's peak is very high, right? Like right in the middle, right
As a
where
collective,
the
right?
meat of the fucking curve, that's where all of them are for the most part, right? Men, if you look at our IQ curve, it's more like a fucking like a gradual hill that's not as peaky in the middle, meaning there's more dudes that are really dumb and there's more dudes that are really smart. And so if you average it all out, like maybe women have like a point above us or something like that. But that's only because there's so many dumb dudes at the fucking bottom, right? Like
Yep.
the dumbest people are all dudes too. Like think about this, like the fucking smartest person in the world, like the smartest 100 people in the world are all dudes.
You
The
know
dumbest
what it
100
is?
people in the world are all dudes.
I mean, yeah. Take example, bread knife guy. He was pretty stupid.
You
And it
know what
cost
it
them.
is? Women are just more book smart. Men are just more logical.
No,
Yeah.
well, here's the thing about that though. Like they set up school because like years ago, like
yeah,
back
school
in,
caters to women. I know
it caters to women because they were like, well, women are being left behind. Like the dudes are just like blowing them out of the fucking water in every subject. So we have to change the way that we teach. So we're teaching to girls, and the boys can adapt. Like they're already so far ahead, they can just adapt. But if they would teach to the boys in the way that the boys would like to be taught to, that they would actually respond to well and learn, they would leave the girls behind no matter how you taught them. Is how I feel about it. Because like think about this, like genetically, like evolutionarily, it was the man's job to go out into the world and figure out how to bring home food. And that was sometimes easy, and that was sometimes like fucking impossible, and everything in between. The woman's job was to sit at home and make babies, feed babies, take the resources that the man had, divvy them out between the like as many people as need them, make sure everyone gets their share, make sure everything's fair, right? So their brains work different than ours. And that's not to say that one's better or worse than the other, but that is to say that like there is a fucking clear difference in the way that we tackle problems. You know what I mean?
Well, I was going to bring up a question like, given how the school thing is, do you think men and women should be separated from different schools?
Honestly, I think that it would help higher education, right? Like, I don't know about in grade school and stuff like that, but like once you get to a certain level where you're really trying to like scholastically gain information and gain skills, yeah, like boys would benefit from having boys only schools, and I think girls would benefit from having girls only schools.
But
Yeah,
how does that sound?
About junior high, about 7th grade.
No, that'd be very bad. You have a whole lot. Hell no. You have a whole lot more gay dudes.
We already got a hell of a lot of gay dudes.
I don't think that even matters.
I've actually been
I'm saying like you go to the same school, right? Like you have dances and lockers next to each other and
okay, if it was like that, you could still in the same
but like
school,
when you go to class, it's like okay, this is the boys' math class, and this is the girls' math class.
Yeah. But say, because if it was just like separate schools and like it just dudes and it was just all dudes and then just all girls in separate schools, that'd have been hell no. That'd be bad. I'll kill myself.
Well, I would think that would probably be the only reason I would think that would be bad as far as like interaction with different sexes.
Yeah,
there was a private Christian.
You're only doing that at school, having them, separated. In real life, there's obviously around boys and girls all the time. But admit this, all guys admit this. How many times during your fucking junior high and high school time period were you just fucking like dead staring, some hot chick or something that was dressed a little quote unquote scandalous
all the time, like 90% of my entire school career?
So there was this one take chick that out of the equation, you might actually focus on schoolwork and come out smarter.
Dude, there was this one chick named Desiree Alba. Oh my god, I just name dropped her. I don't fucking care. Well, she was the hottest chick you've ever seen in your entire fucking life, hands down. At like fucking 16 years old, when I was 16, she looked like she was a fucking like 25-year-old model with like big ass titties, like perky fucking nipples, like fucking nice fucking, oh my god. And she would wear like a mini skirt and a thong and sit in front of me in math class. And it was like a good thing I didn't need to pay attention in math class because I was not paying attention.
Dude, when I was in fucking 9th grade, our science class, our teacher, dude, she was fine as hell. She was biracial, and she was just fucking fine as hell. She would set up at the front of the class on a stool and always wore skirts, and she would fucking pull the whole what's her fucking face's name from Basic Instinct? Sharon Stone. She would do Sharon Stone moves all damn day, all class.
What is that? You got to explain that.
Where she'll sit there and open her legs a little bit to cross from one leg to the other, and you got to see right fucking between her legs. I swear to God, she did that shit on purpose. Every guy fucking didn't do shit in that class but stare.
Probably fucking somebody. I wouldn't be surprised. We had like a teacher like that. Like everybody liked.
I can't even remember her name, but damn, she was hot.
Did you fuck
Science
her?
was my favorite class.
Did you leave it inside of her?
If
He
only.
wishes. Right. He wishes. Man.
Midget with carrot cake says, I meant Red Hawk 44 mag as S-holes. Just for that, I'm going to move to Texas and ruin it for everybody. Hello, California Part 2. Now it's the last one.
No, you can stay in California. It's okay.
You know, I think I might move down to Texas and bring some of my Colorado liberal attitudes about marijuana and other drugs and, you know, just liberal
Hey,
attitudes about everything in general with me while I'm at it.
Abbott has said that he would sign in marijuana legal in Texas, but it's fucking the lieutenant governor is the one that is doing the cock blocking on it.
Dan Patrick.
Yep. He has stated multiple times he would sign that shit into law, but Dan Patrick
All right.
keeps cock blocking it.
E Honda 420 for Lieutenant Governor of Texas, 2024.
I'll endorse that.
I was gonna tell you, Corey. I said, I bet you was ready to swirl that day back in school.
Dude, if I swear to God, if I could find a picture of her.
Dude, there was this effeminate male teacher who taught like advanced English to freshmen. So if you were like the advanced English freshman class, like you were in his, and then he taught like seniors some other shit too. So he had you at your freshman and at your senior year. And like he would find these kids who just loved him. And we were like, why is there like a couple of kids who just love this fucking teacher so much? That's weird, whatever. Well, years later, after college, after everybody had fucking moved on and done real things in life, it turns out that this teacher was accused of having relations with one of the freshman male students. And then that student went to his parents, and parents went to police, and police went to the school, and he went to Mexico. And he ran away to Mexico, and then he got caught in Mexico and extradited back to the United States for child rape. Yeah.
Damn.
I was never in advanced English, though, so it was okay. I don't know if you can tell that from the way I speak, but, you know.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't get you.
But he was one of my friends, like, one of my friend's favorite teachers, and I guess he never touched my friend or whatever, so when that happened, like, my friend was all upset about it.
Damn. Oh, he was upset that he didn't get to get touched by him? Wait, which upset?
That's what I heard.
Well, I think he was upset because that was one of his favorite teachers, you know, and he didn't think it was, or maybe he was upset that he didn't get molested too. I don't know. I didn't really ask him about it. Perhaps a little bit of both.
I got a substitute teacher fired and had their license revoked permanently, and I believe he probably went to jail too. I don't know. But yeah, because he would go around to all the male students in class in 7th grade and just wrap his arm around their necks and just whisper in their ears and shit. And he tried to do that to me, and I told him to get his I don't know if I could say the F word on your stream or not.
You
but
can't. No,
I thought he was gonna go with the hard.
What
R.
word? Fuck or faggot?
No,
Second
he
one.
said it.
Which one? Fuck or faggot?
Faggot. But
Oh, you can say faggot if you want to. You want to say faggot? You can say faggot. You can say faggot all you want to. You want to say faggot? Go ahead.
I told him to get his fucking faggot hands off of me and don't ever touch me. And he got all pissed off and just like bolstered up and, you know, buffed his chest out and told me I needed to stay after class. I'm in trouble. And then he fucking starts berating me and trying to act like he was going to fucking put his hand on my shoulder. And I told him again, don't put your fucking faggot hands on me. And then he proceeded to fucking tell me to go to the principal's office. And as start to head that way, I start cussing at him again and keep calling him a faggot this, faggot that. And he just grabs my arm and cranks it up behind my back to where my fist is damn near touching the back of my skull.
Damn.
And yeah, he just never heard of it again.
That's when you turn around and kick him in the dick.
No, my shoulder was out. I had to go to the nurse.
That's why I said kick him, not punch him.
Roundhouse.
Yep.
Roadhouse.
Yeah, I'll never forget that, man. That was fucked up, dude.
Go Shadow says, but how much does AOC drop the women's average IQ? And how much does Hank Johnson drop the men's average?
That's a good question.
Is Hank Johnson Hank Strange?
No, Hank Johnson was the guy who was talking like the I forget who it was. The military was building a base on an island, and like they were going through questions through Congress, and this dude was like, "I'm afraid that if you put too much material on one side of the island, that it will capsize."
And flip over.
Really?
Yeah.
He thought the island was gonna capsize and tilt over.
Yep.
Yeah, and flip over, and he's a fucking moron.
And he was like, he said that shit with a straight face.
Yep.
Like,
He
I have a
represents
serious
downtown
question.
Georgia.
Speaking, you said AOC. I saw a couple of people that in this group I'm in that is simping for her because I guess she dressed up like, from Peg from Married with Children. Just saw a couple hours ago. I'm like, okay.
Oh, I want to see that.
It was, could have been better.
I wouldn't even trust AOC to make me a fucking drink.
I would.
Probably put some roofies in it.
Bitch is fucking stupid as a box of rocks.
Yep.
I hope when the word faggot gets dropped on this chat that no one takes it personally. I'm not attacking any individual. I'm just saying that freedom of speech is a thing. YouTube doesn't specifically ding you for saying that word. So if you want to say a word, you should be able to say it. That's my thing.
If not, we got Rumble. We got backup.
Yeah.
And I've been on Rumble, dude. I've had to do a total of like 5 months on Rumble so far because of YouTube's fucking shenanigans.
Yeah, I don't know why all the gun channels see if this is what I don't like. Well, all my audience is over here. Where all my audience. Well, if all of you come together and be like, hey, gun people, YouTube hates us. Let's just all move to Rumble, and guess what? Everybody's gonna fucking follow.
I think eventually that's what's gonna like the way things are going, and especially with this next election coming up. And I don't know. We were talking about this a little bit on Matt's chat last night about what they're planning to do to people who are exercising their free speech in this country, and they're talking about political things and political individuals specifically. Like they're opening up the door for us to be charged with crimes and also or to be sued by these people into oblivion. So they're going to use, this is the plan that I've gleaned anyway from listening to people like Robert Barnes, is that they are going to be coming after people like me and people like Never Enough Ammo and people even like fucking Ohio who have like even smaller, it doesn't matter. Like if you have any size chat and you have any size audience and you're saying things that they don't like, that they don't want you to say, that's how they're going to come after you, is with lawfare. And some of us, probably not all, but some of us are going to end up in jail. Some of us are going to end up in prison. They're going to come after us for the perceived crimes of whatever speech it is that we've said. And then they're also going to come after us for any other ancillary crimes that they find on top of it. Because here's the thing, dude. How many laws are there? How many fucking things are there on the books in the United States as far as like laws that you can break, federal laws? Like the average person breaks 2 or 3 federal laws every single day by accident, you know? So if they want to find a reason to come after you, they're going to find a reason, and they're going to find some bullshit, or, oh, you got a bump stock, or, oh, you got a fucking pistol brace still, or, hey, you didn't sell this gun exactly right, or whatever it is, dude. They're going to come after you, and they're going to fucking put you in jail and throw the book at you. And then everyone out there who's like watching is, or I don't know, not necessarily watching this chat, but like everybody out there who's not watching this chat is just going to be like, well, he got what he deserved. He was a criminal. The police don't go after criminals. The FBI doesn't go after criminals. They don't put criminals in prison. They don't put non-criminals in prison. So if he's in prison, Obviously, he was a criminal, and they're just going to turn your back. They're going to turn their backs on people like me and people like Never Enough Ammo and people like you guys. Like, eventually, like, that's the next step, right? It's one thing when you go after the people who were speaking truth. It's another thing when you go after the people who've received that truth, who've listened to that truth, who are now speaking that truth to their families in dangerous ways. Like, that's the next step. Like, we're not at that step yet where they're going to be coming after me.
I don't think
but we're almost there, dude. It's I think 6 months to a year away.
I don't think so.
It's bad.
It's just, I think that they will try, but it will fail. Just like a lot of the gun laws and the gun control stuff that they're trying to do. I think eventually it's going to fail because, like, there's already rules and laws and stuff in this country that, okay, hey, they brought on a lawsuit, but Big Whoop is not going to go anywhere.
Well, here's the thing, though.
But
there's people out there who've got the resources, who have the fucking contacts, who, if lawfare comes after them, it's not a big deal. You know, they've got the money to pay the lawyers. They know the lawyers to do it. They fucking, like, it doesn't really affect them as much. Like, sure, it costs them money, and sure, it kind of sucks, and sure, they have to go do a deposition or whatever it is, but like, the effect on their life is comparatively minimal to a person who doesn't have the resources, who doesn't have the contacts, who doesn't. The process is the punishment. Even if you're not guilty, them just investigating you and looking into you is punishment enough for anyone to fucking be like, you know what?
I think that's
I'm going to shut up and I'm not going to talk about the government anymore.
Yeah, I think that's what it'll mostly be. I don't think it'll be all these lawsuits and all that. I don't think it'll get to nothing like that. It's just,
I think you're putting a little too much faith in that it won't happen when it's been proven time and time again here in the last however many years where they're fucking stifling speech. They're fucking in people everywhere for saying just everyday things that they just don't agree with. You know, if you misgender somebody, they'll fucking throw the book at you and ban you or whatever. So I don't put
half of it'll be the, like, you said this about Hillary Clinton, now she's suing you, right? That's part of it. But the other part of it will be, you said this about this event, so because you said it before the event, we are taking that as you incited violence for this event, so we're going to now come after you, or whatever it is, right? So the other half of it isn't going to be just like some civil lawsuit. It's going to be a criminal fucking investigation into every aspect of your life, into every fucking Google search you've ever done, into every email in your inbox, into every contact that you have on every chat that you've ever fucking done, like that kind of thing. And they're going to look into people on that fucking level. And when they do that, that's a fucking level of bullshit that nobody needs from the government, whether you're guilty or not, whether they even fucking charge you at the end of it or not. And the thing about Alex Jones is he's actually got the fucking, like, the potential to be able to pay for lawyers and fight against this. And what did they do to him? They railroaded his ass while the fucking world cheered. So like people like you and me, we're bugs on the fucking windshield. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I'm gonna be real for a second. And don't get this wrong, wear nothing. But if we get to that point, all of us gun owners, we're all shit. Just turn them in. Because we've done the First Amendment is in the Second Amendment is in that order for a reason. Like, hey, government, you're doing too much. Okay, you're not listening to us. That is what the Second Amendment is for. If we get to that point where the government is doing all of that, and we're not utilizing our Second Amendment, what the Second Amendment is for, and we get to that point, just say, here, government, we're not gonna fucking use them anyway. Here you go, because there's no reason for it to even get to that. That is literally what the Second Amendment is for. And we're not utilizing it. That's why I don't know we're fighting for the Second Amendment. No, we're not. We're literally not. The Second Amendment is for us to take up arms against a tyrannical government. If that right there, if we get to that, that is very tyrannical. If we don't
the First Amendment saves us from having to exercise the Second. As long as we can exercise the First Amendment rights that we have, then we have the ability to have discourse.
Exactly.
And resolve problems and come to middle grounds on issues of opposite, right? But if we're not allowed to have those conversations, if we're not allowed to speak, if we're not allowed to hear opposition, then
That's
that's where it
Second
ends,
Amendment
dude. Is
for.
with guns. You're right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, look at that
If we let
video.
it get to that, there's no point in us having the Second Amendment.
Right. Look at that video I just posted in the back chat. Goes with what we're saying.
What if I don't want to?
Well, you ain't got to. I ain't twisting your fucking arm.
I can't hear it. Oh, there we go.
I'm gonna say, what video is it?
Pretty much, but is what we were just talking about.
Exactly.
I can't see it.
Exactly.
Yep. Like I said, it's pretty much what y'all were just saying.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, he's talking about the Tree of Liberty being watered from time to time, and unfortunately, it hasn't been watered in a really long time.
Really long time.
Like,
yep.
And I guess I'm not like volunteering my blood to water it, but I guess like at a point you don't volunteer, you're just fucking put in the position, right?
Well,
Yeah.
and that's the entire point of so many people miss with the whole Tree of Liberty quote, because they always talk about it being blood of tyrants, but they always forget the patriots part.
It's true.
And going back to what happened with me, I've already been targeted. August 12th, 2019, I was federally swatted over some shit with Andrew Yang's piece of shit ass, because I equated Yang to becoming a future Hitler.
Right, and
the Fed said
there's more than one method too. There's like the fucking red flag laws, like we've got those in Colorado and coming to a state near you pretty soon. If you don't already have them, that's what they're working on next, so that they can come after anybody for any reason at any time, basically without evidence of you even committing a crime. They can come and just take your shit at 2:00 in the morning with a bunch of SWAT team motherfuckers, shoot your fucking dog in the head, and if you get uppity, they'll shoot you too. Like, there's been several cases of people dying from red flag laws in the United States. There was one in Colorado recently, I think, where a guy fucking got red flagged and like bump in the night, grabbed a gun, cops come in, see a dude with a gun and shoot him. You know? Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? I don't know. But it seems like that's a shitty law, and they shouldn't be exercising shitty laws, and they shouldn't be fucking going after people without due process of law, which is in the Constitution, that you cannot be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. And their version of due process of law when it comes to red flag laws is, well, we got a complaint and it went in front of a judge and he rubber stamped his name on the form. Due process. Like, that doesn't count. There was no jury of peers. There was no fucking like argument back and forth where like I get to defend myself to the court or to the accuser. Plus, you have the right to face your accuser. Like, red flag laws are unconstitutional, period. And yet they are coming to a city, to a town, to a state near you anytime now. Like, if it's not already there.
Yeah, they're ex parte hearings, and they also break pretty much the entire Bill of Rights and the 14th Amendment. So,
see, the problem with those kind of laws and all other stuff is, even if you're like, you know, if it was unconstitutional, that shit will take a long time, so that should be fixed.
Right. Okay, that's another one. You have the right to a speedy trial. So if you have like some redress of grievances that needs to happen with the government, the way that the government is set up, or was supposed to be set up, is so that you can get in a timely manner an answer from the government about what they're going to do about the thing that got fucked up, right? So, but the problem is there's just so many fucking laws on the books. There's laws on top of laws on top of laws, and people are like, you get into a position of power and you're made to take this fucking oath of office and swear your fucking allegiance to the Constitution, and then immediately fucking ignore everything that you just swore an allegiance to, or maybe you don't even understand that's what you just swore an allegiance to, is this Constitution that upholds laws like going back to the Magna Carta, right? Like, these laws didn't just come out of nowhere. They were hard fought. They were hard won by men who spilled their blood, who gave their lives for something bigger than themselves. And it's not something that should just be like squandered away with so easily, you know? due process, do wheelies. Woolies are pretty fun. I
His
gotta get
last
better at
comment
woolies.
before
I
that,
can only
think
like
he
pop up the front tire, and then I get scared and I put it back down. I'm not a woolly master.
The worst thing with red flag legislation in general is when you're actually busted for red flag laws, it's not considered a criminal case, so you don't actually get a lawyer by default. You have to go hire somebody or be your own lawyer. That's why there's guys down in Florida right now that have, for the past 3 years or so, since they put it in after Martyr Stoneman Douglas, have now been fighting to get their gun rights back.
Yeah, and that's another. So like, that's a guilty until proven innocent thing too, right? So like, not only do you not get to have a public defender appointed to you because you can't afford one, like that doesn't count because you're not technically under arrest, right? They've just taken your property, and now you have to prove your innocence to a court. That I don't even know how you do that. Like for a thought crime, for like non-threats, like what do you even get red flagged for? For the thought that someone might think that you could do something dangerous potentially. So now you have to prove to the court that in fact you can't do dangerous things to people even though you have a gun. So like, why would you have a gun, sir? Like, oh, well, it's for self-protection and for hunting. Like, yeah, nothing to do with the Second Amendment being to fight against a tyrannical government that's trying to take away your rights and strip away your children's future and sell them into fucking technological slavery. I mean, that's where we're going, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Anyway, we got a really late start tonight, so we're going to do a little bit of a shorter show today. It's been an hour and 15 minutes. So I think
Bleeding vagina, you.
It's time to wrap it up and put it inside, you know?
Ooh, I like the way you think, you kinky sinker, you.
Yeah, to
Damn,
what Welper was
already?
saying, about the police and shit, the police are literally like nothing but the followers of Hitler. Like they just gonna do as they're told, most of them, the majority of them.
Oh, all
They're
of
gonna
them.
fall
Yeah,
in
well, because
line.
they want to protect their pension, and they will do whatever it is necessary for them. I mean, minus
like
killing
the
fucking
shoe
like
is on the
stomping
other
babies'
foot.
heads in or
Even-
something.
Yeah,
even
it's
Funny
not
how
even
you
the
brought that up.
pension. It's not even a pension. It's the fact that the shoe is on the other foot. So they're on the good side. They're the ones doing the beating and stomping and trampling and everything, and not getting trampled on. And it's that level of power that they have. It has nothing to do with a pension. It's a
you'd be
power trip.
surprised. There's some people that do care about that pension thing.
Well,
I
I
talked to
think it's
cops
both,
personally.
right? I mean, it's being part of that group, that brotherhood, that fucking gang of fucking thugs who go around enforcing unjust laws on civilian citizens who are below us. Yeah, there's that mentality. But then
I've
there's
heard
also like the mentality of like, well, that's my brother and I have to protect him, even though I know what he did was wrong. I'm
Yep.
going to lie and I'm going to protect him because that's my brother and I would want him to do the same for me. And if I don't do that, then my brothers won't have my back if I'm ever in a position. So I almost have to. So there's that part of it. But then there's also the fucking pension part where it's like, well, I've only got I've been doing this for 25 years. If I do 5 more years of this stuff, then I can not do it anymore. So I'll just keep my mouth shut for 5 more years. Like there's all 3 of those things happening.
I mean,
I've
yeah,
literally
talked to
heard cops sit there and say that they will do whatever it takes for themselves to get home at the end of shift.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
And then, of course, they're always exempt from the anti-gun laws.
Oh yeah, it's just fucking downright bullshit.
I mean, mostly because there are some weird advocates, especially even in my state.
I like this question, so I won't end it quite yet. Midget with Carrot Cake says, do you think 33 is too old to learn to ride a motorcycle without killing myself? No, I don't.
I mean, I'm
think that
32.
A lot of the time, you can be too young, right? Like if you're too young, having that kind of power between your legs at the flick of a wrist is kind of a dangerous thing because you don't have the self-control. But once you get to be a little bit older and have a little bit more respect for like pain and life and things like that, you can, I think, step into motorcycling with more of an adult attitude about it and have less of a chance of killing yourself than a kid.
I think you should be I think it should be an age limit for motorcycles, to be honest, or that certain speed motorcycles.
What about like your reaction time when you're, younger, like in your 20s and stuff? Your reaction time's much quicker, but the older you get, the slower you get. So wouldn't that be a hindrance as well? Because I believe I've heard Matt say something to that effect as well.
Well, the thing is, a 30-year-old's reaction time is actually better than an 18-year-old's reaction time. So, like, at what point are you fucking, like, what line of demarcation? Your brain does this process called myelinization, right? Which, like, basically spreads fat over the neurons in your brain that makes the electrical pulses go across them with less resistance and easier, making you think quicker, making your reactions quicker. And that process goes on till your mid-30s, right?
Yeah,
so
we're in our prime at 30.
Like early to mid-30s, the myelinization process then starts switching to breaking down. So once you get to like 40, you're not quite as quick as you were at 30. But when you're 30, you're quicker than you were, like, mentally anyway, and like your ability to think and react than when you were 18. So
yeah, I say go for it. If you want to learn to ride a motorcycle, go for it. It's fucking fun as hell. It can be scary at times and dangerous, but I mean, as long as you aren't stupid,
I'm getting into it.
I got too many kids for a motorcycle. I want a motorcycle, but I want to be responsible. Motorcycle's too dangerous.
It is. The last time I rode, I had a bad fucking wreck and suffered a pretty gnarly concussion.
Yeah, they're just too dangerous. Too many stupid people and non-driving ass people in the world.
Yeah, there's that, and basically you gotta ride a bike
because it's like not you that you have to worry about.
You have to ride the bike like everyone's trying to kill you.
Yeah,
and if you ride it like everyone's trying to kill you, then when someone does something stupid and tries to kill you, you already saw it coming and you were already riding like you were expecting it.
It's like my grandpa used to tell me all my life until he passed away. One thing was, it's not you have to worry about on the road. It's every other motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to worry about your driving. You have to worry about theirs.
But on a motorcycle, you have to worry about yours too.
True.
It's not always most people I know who've gotten hurt or fucked on a motorcycle, it's been their own fault.
Yeah, but I was referring more to actual,
like they're fucking racing with some people and doing some stupid shit, or riding beyond their experience, or didn't check the conditions of the road before they're fucking doing a lean angle around a corner that they shouldn't have been doing because the conditions of the road were bad. Like there's lots of ways that you can fuck yourself up on a bike. So,
100%, yes.
But anyway,
that's why I think you need to be at least 25, 26 for a motorcycle.
Right, and like have experience driving and know the rules of the road and know what other cars are liable to do and have some experience with some crazy shit going on around you on the road before you even.
I don't think an 18-year-old should just
four
be on a motorcycle or 16-year-old. Yeah.
Once you get used to that with four wheels underneath you and you're not like, you're not going to get in an accident.
You should have some years of driving experience before you.
I mean, there's an exception to that because there's a lot of fucking kids that grow up doing like motocross and shit that are fucking can ride a motorcycle better than any fucking adult.
Well, that's an exception. That's cool because that's in motocross is even in a more controlled setting.
Yeah,
so it's a little different.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know many kids that did a lot of motocross.
Oh, I knew plenty.
Not like. Yeah, it's a youth league for that shit.
Well, no,
I would encourage if anyone's thinking about getting into motorcycling. Dude, if anyone's thinking about getting into motorcycling, the thing to do would be to try it. Like go to a MSF course where they lend you a motorcycle for a day and you ride around in a parking lot and you can get a permit after that and just see if you like it. If you're interested in doing it, try it out. That's all. Like some people, it's like, oh, that was cool or whatever. I don't really care. Other people are like, okay, I know what I'm doing for the rest of my life now, and I don't care how dangerous it is or who says that it's bad for me or whatever because it's the thing that I'm going to fucking do no matter what. And you don't know until you try it. On that note, I'm going to go ahead and end it because I said I was going to end it, and we've continued for another fucking 15 minutes after that or whatever. It was 10 minutes, but whatever. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that everyone got rewarded for their patience tonight of waiting for me to start the show because it took me forever and I was late as hell. I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. It's going to snow here in Colorado on Saturday, so that'll be fun. But
hell yeah.
Yeah, guys, we'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Peace.
Later. P and Honda's